At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Yes, this show has a lot of tropes, and one of the tropes is the message in a bottle. Well, good news. A Scottish schoolgirl's message in a bottle got a reply after 30 years. Elena sent the message in a bottle in 1994. She was 12. It washed up across the North Sea. It was found in Norway by a volunteer cleaning up the beach. Look, somebody left this terrible bottle here on this beach. I got to clean this up. Well, luckily, the volunteer found the message in a bottle and then sent a postcard back to the sender to let her know. Elena told BBC Scotland she couldn't believe her original letter was in such good condition after 30 years. The original letter read, "Dear Finder, my name is Elena. I'm 12. I'm doing a project on water, so I decided to send a message in a bottle. My teacher's husband took them and dropped them in the middle of the ocean. When you find this message, please write back with your name, hobbies, where you found the message, when, and if you could, a little information about your area. Yours sincerely, Elena. P.S. I come from Scotland." Well, Elena got a postcard from Pia. The postcard reads, "My name is Pia. I'm from Germany. Today, I found your message in a bottle on a tiny island around Vega in Norway. I'm here for beach cleaning as a volunteer for 4 months. And today we cleaned up Leukemia, and I probably pronounced that incorrectly. I apologize. On the front of the postcard, you can see our workboat Nemo and our sailboat Fawn, where we live. You can also see the area around Vega. I wonder when and where your teacher's husband threw your bottle in the ocean. P.S. I'm 27 years old, and I like rock climbing and sailing a lot." Elena says P and I have been keeping in touch, and hopefully we will continue to do so. The Dutch have a sport. I'm going to butcher this one, too. I think it's pronounced something like viereljeppen. Anyway, it combines pole vaulting, long jump, and sometimes swimming. Jacob de Groot holds the long jump record at 73 feet and said, "This is really a typically Dutch sport. I think it's because in the rest of the world, there aren't so many canals and maybe people aren't as crazy." All right, how does this work? You have to sprint towards the water. You launch yourself into the air on a 12-meter carbon pole. That's roughly the height of a 4-story building, by the way. Think about that. Mid-flight, you have to climb the pole, tilt it forward, and aim to land as far as possible on a sandbank. If you miss, you'll land in the canal. Jacob said, "It's extreme and crazy and addictive." Local legend has it in 1575, during the Dutch revolt against the Spanish, one man hid a secret message in his pole before slipping through enemy lines. It became a sport later on, reportedly in a bar. Some farmers' sons got together, drank a little, and said, "I can jump a canal." And the barman said, "Maybe there's money to be made. I'll make a canal of 5 meters and they'll have to jump." Scientists are getting it done. All right, there's a toxic crop fungus. It's linked to the deaths in the excavations of ancient tombs like Tutankhamun, King Tut. Anyway, that toxic crop fungus was recently used in a test against leukemia cells. The result is a promising cancer-killing compound that rivals FDA-approved drugs. Sherry Gao is a professor at the University of Pennsylvania and the senior author of a new paper who said, "Fungi gave us penicillin. These results show us that more medicines derived from natural products remain to be found." When archaeologists opened up King Tut's tomb in the 20s, there were some untimely deaths among the excavation team. That fueled rumors of a pharaoh's curse. Decades later, the doctors theorized that it was fungal spores dormant for millennia. Those could have played a role. In the 1970s, 12 scientists entered the tomb of Casimir IV in Poland. Within weeks, 10 of them had died. Later investigations revealed that that tomb contained some yellow spores. So all that's horrible, John, but yeah. I get it, and I don't have a time machine. But now the scientists think that this could cure leukemia. That would be amazing.
What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? We chase careers, approval, more stuff, hoping it'll finally make us feel fulfilled, but it never sticks. What if happiness isn't out there, but already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? Discover the book, The Happiness Experiment. Every person has a unique happiness type, and when you understand yours, everything shifts. You'll stop chasing and start creating joy on your own terms. Discover your happiness type with a free happiness type assessment. Go to myhappinesstype.com. That's myhappinesstype.com. It takes just a minute and it might change your life. Then grab your copy of The Happiness Experiment at Books A Million. This isn't just a book, it's a practical framework, a journey inward. It's a tool to help you reconnect with the happiness that's been waiting inside you all along. Pick up The Happiness Experiment and start your happiness experiment today.
Some maritime archaeologists believe they had found the wreck of the HMS Endeavor. The Endeavor was piloted by Captain James Cook throughout his first voyage to Australasia and the South Pacific. The wreck is the previously unexamined RI 2349 off the coast of Rhode Island. Long story short, on his third voyage around the Pacific, Captain Cook was killed in Hawaii during a dispute with the natives. The Endeavor was recommissioned as a military transport ship. It was sold to a shipping firm and then renamed the Lord Sandwich. It was scuttled during the American Revolutionary War. One of the archaeologists said, "You'll never find a sign saying Cook was here, but we've got a whole series of things pointing to RI 2394 as being Endeavor. And so far, we found lots of things that tick the box for it to be Endeavor, and nothing on the side which says it's not." And good news for a man who fell into a glacier crevasse in Switzerland. He was rescued by, no, not by a St. Bernard, by a chihuahua. The man had fell down a 26-foot deep crevasse, leaving his chihuahua alone on the edge. The man had an amateur walkie-talkie, managed to call for help, but rescue workers couldn't figure out where he is. Then one of the rescuers noticed a chihuahua who hadn't moved. One of the officials say, thanks to the dog's behavior, the crew was able to locate the exact site of the accident. Rescuers went down to the casualty and were able to save him. It's fair to say that the chihuahua's behavior contributed significantly to the successful rescue. Nice job, Chihuahua. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you'd like the program without commercial interruption or feed drops or other stuff, go to caloroga.com/plus, or if you're on Apple Podcasts, click that banner that says Uninterrupted Listening. Short version, $5 a month. You get this thing ad-free. You also get access to 25 other shows on the network ad-free, including Daily Comedy News, which I host 7 days a week. You have an awesome day.
From Caloroga Shark Media comes Celebrity Trials, the explosive new podcast that exposes the truth behind America's most captivating cases. I'm Reed Carter, and I'll take you inside real live daily trials and classic celebrity cases where fame, power, and justice collide. From Jeffrey Epstein's billion-dollar sex trafficking empire to the prep school killer who walked free, from family annihilators to celebrity plea deals. Discover the shocking verdicts, twisted evidence, and cultural forces that shape American justice. These aren't just crimes, they're cultural moments that reveal who we really are. Justice isn't always swift, but it's absolutely riveting. Celebrity Trials, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to Alligator Alcatraz, a new podcast from Caloroga Shark Media. They built a detention center in the Florida Everglades to separate families and break spirits. Surrounded it with alligators, figured that'd be the end of it. What they didn't count on was Tommy Esperanza, a quiet maintenance worker who turned their bureaucratic nightmare into something extraordinary. While corrupt politicians profited from human suffering and incompetent officials created disasters with PowerPoint presentations, Tommy built an underground network that reunited families, exposed massive fraud, and brought down a congressman. Where the Gators were smarter than the guards, families fought back against systematic cruelty, and one man proved that wisdom beats authority every single time. Alligator Alcatraz, available wherever you get your podcasts.